Hello, everyone. There has been much talk about the challenges Black people face while trying to break into the game industry. But there are several ways you can forge your own path from developing your own game to starting your own company or brand. While it's important to understand the challenges, let's not dwell on them too much. So, let's instead celebrate and understand how Black entrepreneurs, streamers, developers, and other creatives develop their own paths and learn the aha moments they experienced along the way. Have you ever wondered how someone entered this industry and stayed resilient? Do you ever think about how to start your own brand and flourish in it? And how do you make yourself stand out even when it feels hard to do? I'm Robin, and this is Open World Dialogue. And today we have three incredible guests who will tell us their stories of how they did it. And that in turn just might inspire you to take action in the gaming industry too. So, first up, we have Tanya DePass. Tanya is the founder and director of I Need Diverse Games, Rivals of Waterdeep producer, and cast member on twitch.tv/Rivals of Waterdeep, a partner Twitch variety broadcaster, and RPG developer/writer/consultant. She's the creator and creative director for Into the Motherlands RPG, as well as a senior Annenberg Civics Media Fellow at USC. Additionally, she's part of the inaugural TGA Future Class of 2020. She was also named as one of the Gamers of the Year 2020 by Kotaku, along with three of her counterparts. She was also invited to the Xbox MVP program in February of 2021. Her work to make the industry more inclusive has been highlighted in Game Changer, directed by Tina Charles, WNBA star and Olympian, as well as filmmaker. The short documentary premiered at Tribeca 2021 as part of the Queen Collective, an initiative started by Queen Latifah, supported by Procter & Gamble, and an effort to get more Black women into filmmaking. Game Changer was also featured as part of BET Her's 2021 Juneteenth programming on June 19, 2021. Most recently, she was named the Gaming Awards Icon for 2022. Next up, we have Keisha Howard. Keisha is best known as the creator of Sugar Gamers, the world's longest-running gaming and tech community geared towards inclusivity. What began as a multicultural gamer group is now an award-winning organization that supports its inclusive membership in finding their place in the rapidly growing industry, facilitating Sugar Gamers' evolution from video game enthusiasts to developers, writers, testers, voice and mocap actors, artists, and designers. As a consummate futurist, Keisha recognizes the potential for video games to transcend their role as entertainment and become a mechanism for inspiration and social change. As a true geek of all trades and first-wave gaming and esports influencer, Keisha's experience spans from producing game design/media literacy to underprivileged youth, such as her partnership with Adidas and the NBA on tech advocacy activations, to consulting Microsoft's Xbox division, as well as Logitech, Google, and Meta on inclusive game strategy. With a specialty in forecasting trends in gaming and technology, Keisha's ability to advise businesses and individuals about potential opportunities for growth and sustainability has helped establish her as a respected voice in the global gaming and tech communities. A two-time TEDx speaker, she infectiously passionate and authentically plugged into the world of video games, AI, VR, and geek culture. Keisha identifies compelling ways for gamers in tech to intersect with any industry and inspires other around the infinite possibilities. And last but not least, we have Aphasia Speaks. Aphasia is a Black genderqueer drag artist and full-time content creator. Aphasia runs the Speakeasy on Twitch, which is a hidden gem where you can come and leave all your troubles at the door and have a good time with some great company. Aphasia strives to make their community an inclusive and welcoming environment. I thank all three of you for being here. I'm super excited to talk about this because it's someone Black, but also someone who's trying to create their own business and understand the gaming industry. I think for me, it's been extremely tough, and it's been years of just wading through a lot of things that I don't understand. And I'm sure people out there, whether you are Black or not, will find a lot of the content that you provide today very important and relevant for whatever they may do in the future. For me, I just want to start off with a very lighthearted foundational question and just know, what was your first experience with gaming that inspired you to pursue a career in this industry?
I like how we're all
Tough
being
question.
polite.
No, just jump in.
I'm already like uncomfortable after all these bios. I'm just like, whoa, we've been doing a lot. I nominate Aphasia to answer that question first.
Oh, okay. Wow. Okay. Slay.
Okay,
Work.
so-
Okay. So, my earliest memory of any video game I've ever played was Mortal Kombat 2 on the Sega Genesis. I barely knew what I was doing. I think I was like maybe 3 or 4 years old playing it with my dad. Should not have been playing this game at all at that young age. But I remember I picked Raiden, and I would beat my dad all the time by just like teleporting and like charging across the stage to a point where he got so mad at me, he had to walk away from not yelling at me as a child. So that's like my earliest memory. So like gaming has been established very early on in my life. I play everything I possibly get my hands on. I do love me a good RPG. I love me a cute little shooter, but not like Call of Duty, not the ugly ones, the cute ones like Apex and Overwatch, because those are colorful. But like at the start of the pandemic was really when I started to like get into streaming, because before that I was just like busy working and living my life, go everyday life pre-pandemic. And then pandemic hit, I lost both of my jobs because they were like public facing jobs. And so I was like, I'll have some money saved up, and there's a game coming out on Steam that I wanted to get. Never finished the game, even though I built my own PC, got the game, and never finished it because I started streaming. And ever since then, in like June, July of 2020, I just hit the ground running. I've been streaming. That's when I started doing drag the winter, like December 2019. So I like just started doing drag. I was starting to go out in public and trying to get gigs, and of course the pandemic hit once again. And so I started doing it online and found a whole community of like-minded people that enjoyed what I did. It wasn't until like September, October of 2020 where I found other Black queer content creators that had the same ideas and did the same things that I did. And I was like, oh, word. In the subset that I found, there's more people that look like me that are doing the damn thing. And I can actually have a conversation. And ever since then, it's been like amazing. So
I'll go next. For me, I've been gaming a really long time. What kind of sparked me to want to go in the game industry was 2014, the hashtag that started all, which was I need diverse games. And it wasn't like, I was mad at the game industry, let me not tell that lie. But it wasn't like, there was no just greater purpose. It was, I'm just mad about the state of video games. And then as the hashtag kind of grew and became its own thing, and also the pushback made me more ornery and more determined to go do the work because I'm full of spite. And I was like, okay, you don't want me here? Fine. I'm going to go do the thing 10 times as hard. So now 9 years later, I'm still here and doing things like this.
Sometimes all you need is spite.
Yeah.
oh,
All day, every day.
that's all you need. Spite fuels me. It's
Oh,
like
yeah.
cup of coffee and then go on Twitter and spite somebody. It's like a great day.
I just keep all my rage on the inside so I can have this peaceful face. But I guess my start is in 1989. I was looking over my older brother's shoulder as he was playing Tetris, and the music got in my head, and I didn't realize then, but like I have this I started thinking about Tetris after he played it, right? And I did that with almost every game, thinking about the game afterwards. It wasn't until like on a fluke when Craigslist was really cool, I answered an ad to be a tester for Stranglehold at Midway Games in 2005 or 2006.
Wow.
And I was the only person of my flavor. And I had a completely different outlook on how that game was played, the mechanics, and everyone else. And I was like, this is interesting. Like, just the psychology behind how we all play and how we're different and what are the stories that lead us to games. At the time, I was actually in real estate. And if you guys know anything about the Chicago Spire, that's a juicy bit of Chicago history. But in 2008, in the last recession we had, everything that I worked for disintegrated. And it didn't matter my education or how hard I worked or how well I had networked in the real estate industry. My career was decimated. I tried out for this show called Ultimate Gamer, and it didn't go well for me because I'm not good at games, amongst other things. And so I came back to Chicago and I'm like, I'm gonna find some people like myself to play games with, women, people of color, just different types of people. We're just gonna play games because we like to play games. I didn't really have a structure. I wasn't gonna be competitive. I just wanted to meet other gamers and have a inclusive community that I didn't see. And this whole kind of approach was pretty accidental. It was 2008, 2009. So this was before we had any language around some of the identity expressions that we had. So I just really wanted an inclusive group of people to play games with, and years later, here I am. So.
All of this sounds amazing, and at least it feels relatable to me because I'm like, it's spite, and I have issues where I'm like, I want to do everything. So stream and create games, and I'm like, and I have a full-time job. So it's very hard to balance all of those, but it's nice to hear the perspectives where there's things that I have a lot of spite and it fuels me to do a lot of stuff. Having older siblings, for example, playing games and you just looking at them play, like, can I do that? And then the phase of you're on Twitch right now doing all of this incredible stuff. And I am literally at this point where I'm like, how do you do it? I can see different parts of me from your stories. And I just love that so much. And so hopefully this next question is going to get me over this next hump and other people too, which is you've already talked about what your interests were, how you got there, but I'm so curious. Everybody will hit a wall eventually. There's this thing where you're like, I have the idea, I know what I need to do, or maybe you didn't know what you needed to do, but hopefully you don't hear that dog behind me barking outside. But you have this idea that you want, you have the plan, but you hit a wall. So I want to know, what was the biggest challenge you've gone through, whether it's the beginning or maybe in the middle, what you're going through now, and how did you navigate that?
For me, it's always been a constant state of flux and a constant state of uncertainty. This industry constantly evolves, and where I see myself placed in it is usually changing. And that has led to a lot of anxiety, failing at things. I failed at so many things over the years. I have had some major ails. However, whenever I want to give up, it's like the universe sends me some effing kid that says, oh, I didn't know that there were Black people that worked in video games. And this happened just as recent. It happened way before, but it happened just as recently as 2018, 2019. I had a young person come up to me and like, how did you do it? And I'm just like, man, how did I end up here? Feeling the pull of like, all right, I gotta do it for me, because if I was that kid, I would want somebody to be out there doing what I'm doing now. So it's like a full circle. Like, it's the kids, man, and the parents too, they always get me. They're just like, oh, my kid really likes video games and we saw you doing things, so how can we do it? And I'm just like, man, I don't know what I'm doing. But what gets me through the wall is like, I only have two choices. And as a gamer, when you take your L, you learn something new, you go back, you try again. The only way you really lose a game is if you stop playing. So every time I hit a wall, I get back up, I just keep on going, and I just end up being here. So
We need to take that and put that in a quote.
Yep.
I need that.
Someone put that on a shirt.
Yeah.
I actually did put that on a shirt. I have a shirt that says, I woke up today full of spite and ambition.
Ooh.
And that is usually how I keep going. And I know that sounds like super negative to some people, but the more people I hear, okay, now I hear myself, and I don't know why. Sorry, y'all. I was trying to make sure I don't have an echo. I'm either of two modes. One, if someone says I should not go do the thing, I will then go do the thing 100 times more and be full of spite. I've actually given talks on the power of spite. Or, like Keisha said, that person that comes up to you, I didn't know that there are people like me who do this. Especially, I didn't know that there were Black women who are in the game industry, or in my case, especially with doing tabletop, that there are Black people, Black women, people of color who do tabletop and play this and have fun with it. And I can view them on Twitch or YouTube or what have you. Because there's so many people who have never seen people like themselves in this industry, or you don't get to see other people like you unless you can go to something like GDC or DICE or these industry events that are lacking in access to anyone who doesn't have a few $1,000s or doesn't have a company that will pay for them. So it's those moments of seeing someone like you makes me think I can do this, but also just spite. I'm just a spiteful person in general. So
May I just add to that really quick? I don't mean to interrupt Aphasia because I want to hear how she keeps going. It's still shocking to me that this happens. Like in 2008, when I first started, I was like, yeah, okay. It's novel to see women and people of color in the gaming industry, but this will surely change in the next few years. And there has been progress, but it's still shocking some of the challenges that still persist. So making it all the way like 10 years later to encounter that narrative over and over, it still blows my mind. I'm still very surprised by it when it happens. And it recalibrates me right back to, man, we still here. People still need to see me in this space. See Tanya, see a face, see Robin. It's crazy to me. But anyways, I'm sorry. Okay,
No,
please go.
you are so right. Like, that's what I was gonna say. For me, like whenever like the burnout of constantly streaming and then getting into drag while streaming and things like that, because like people don't understand that it takes me at least 2 hours to get into it. And that's 2 hours I'm doing this before I stream for 6 to 8 hours at most recently. But that's time that people don't see. And so if I get into all of this and no one's at the stream, is it worth it? So like I had a wall in 2020 where it was like I wasn't seeing any growth in my streams, in my social media, in anything that I was doing. And it just got me down. It was like full stop. I stopped streaming for a month, or it was like maybe one stream a week, and it was like for 3 hours, something like that. But then I'm so lucky and blessed to have an amazing support system of friends that I have made on here who are like-minded, who support me in everything that I do, whether it's just lurking in the stream or just like hanging out Discord call, watching movies, playing games, chilling and hanging out, like decompressing. And knowing that is there for me is so incredibly reassuring. I love all my friends. The teams that I'm part of on Twitch, Team Stream Queen, Tentacolor, and Overture, doing fantastic and amazing things. But to get me out of that, it's like the whole like with both of you, it's like the spite thing where it's like I don't see anyone that is like people say I'll play a game, and we all know all online multiplayer games are toxic and homophobic, racist, misogynistic, anything you can think of. These gamer bros behind their computers will say and type out anything because they feel like they're safe. And then I come out of nowhere and start reading them all for filth. And it's what we're not going to do today is have little Johnny over here think that they can get away with saying all these. And so that always brings me back out of that funk. And to also see someone like me represented, or like I get a message from somebody saying, hey, how are you doing? Missed your streams. I just want to check in. Or like randomly every now and then I'll get a message from like, hey, I saw one of your streams and your makeup inspired me to do this. And I really love how that turned out. And I'm like, oh my gosh, like people actually noticing who I am. So those things, I guess, combining the two are just like really what helps me get out of those funks, along with the support system that I do have. So that's been really good. Once again, spite is a very powerful motivator.
I think all
do wonders.
Yeah, hate too. I think all of this is absolutely wonderful because I very small streamer. I don't have any time to really do things. I have big dreams for creating, I'll just put this out there, a legitimate video game publication that is focused on diversity and actually interviewing and highlighting developers and creators who are queer, who are Black, who are Asian, who everybody. But I want something like that, and I haven't seen that yet. I'm getting bogged down. So having the opportunity just to hear your stories and understand, okay, you're going to hit a wall, but there's something that's going to take you out of it. It's super helpful for me. Right now, I'm running on spite, though. Maybe something else will replace that. Now, since you've all hit that wall, you've gotten over that hump, or there's an ebb or flow of it, I would love to know, how do you actually get eyes on your business? That is something that I think is one of the most difficult things you can do. And of course, there's social media, and obviously there's a secret sauce or something that you have that either you want to give out or you don't, and that's fine too, however you want to answer this. But I would just love to know, like, what efforts have been like the most effective in increasing your brand awareness and visibility to other larger brands or people that you've networked with?
Tanya, the one that's got a gajillion Twitter followers and making games and stuff, BT hanging out with
Hold on though. I may have those Twitter followers, but right now Twitter is broken for everybody, so it
it's
doesn't make a
not
difference.
good right now. Yeah.
I was told today, before I wanted to retweet this and a couple other things. It's like, you've hit your daily limit, and I was like, what? I know I could be chatty, but I haven't hit 24,000 tweets or 2,400. So Twitter's broken. I could even promote this right before we went live. But for me, you hit the nail on the head about networking. And for Twitter and other stuff is fine, but there is nothing that replaces it to me, is being able to go to things like PAX, GDC, East Coast Games Conference, those places where you can see people and have face-to-face conversations, or mass-to-mass conversations as it should be now. And having a chance to have an in-person interaction, because there's so much that you can convey sitting with someone or across table, or that you can't even do even on a video call, because you can only see this much of us. That my body language, other stuff, or the excitement about a project or something can't really convey in a video call, or definitely not in text or on social media, because when it does work, we only get so many characters. But it's also making legitimate connections, not just, I'm going to come to you because you can do something for me. It may start as a business transaction, it may be transactional, but if you don't interact with other people as real live human beings, it's going to end real quick. Or you say, this is transaction, we've done our one thing, we're good, but that's not how you grow and how you meet other people. And I'm sure, Phasia, you know this from streaming, is the transactional nature of some people, where they talk to you only when they want something. Exactly. Or they come around only when you're on the come up, you announce something real dope you're doing, and suddenly all these people are your friends, they're in your DMs, they're tweeting at you. So treating other people like people and being genuine, even if a business transaction never occurs, someone's going to remember how you talked to them, how you treated them, well after that business is concluded. So it's being a real live human being and having the opportunity and the privilege to travel, because travel still costs a lot, and it costs more now than it did pre-pandemic. So there's also that as well. Basically having money, and having money came basically after almost 9 years of hard work, and it's still not like excess money.
Go ahead. I'm sorry. I was just going to say, I suck at networking. Go ahead.
Oh yeah.
I got you. We'll talk.
I've learned, like Tanya was saying, like the transactional nature of people online when you can't like meet them face to face. Because like most of my business is my right? So like I'll do collab streams with people, or I'll try and find partnership with a company, or go out and try to get a game code to promote this game, so this dev company can like look at me and say, oh, let's work with them more and partner with them. Just like, it's all about trying to make those connections and partnerships. But what's really helped me out is doing the shoutcasting that I've done for the tournaments that I've hosted. So I've done 3 or 4 Apex tournaments, all queer ran, POC owned and operated tournaments that I've been a part of. And then I'm doing another one on Saturday for Valorant. Getting my name, my brand out there that way. Also doing things like the Stream Queens Con, which is the all drag queer con that we put on Twitch for the past 2 years. I've been a part of that. It's been a huge thing. Twitch has been like, yeah, no, we're gonna keep doing this because this has been amazing for everybody. And so getting my name out there like that, and actually finally get a chance to go to TwitchCon last year and meeting people face to face was absolutely amazing. I had a fantastic time. Barely remember the weekend, but just enough to where I remember the people. And it is so important because like all the people I've known online for 2.5 years. And finally I'm like, oh my gosh, you have legs. This is wild to see you walk around. And at that point I was like, we're really solidifying the connections that I have, and I can really see who you are and see what you're about. Because way back last year when the team Overture that I started and founded with a couple friends started, someone had said, what does Overture even do? And at that point, we were just like maybe like a month old, but we had already put on tournaments beforehand, not underneath the Overture name because we just rebranded. And now they're one of my friends' DMs talking about the team, and I'm like, oh, that's very interesting. That now you want to come around with all that. Okay, cool. I see who you are. Perfect. Just making the real connections, talking to people, and really seeing for who they are. Like, see through all the BS that people try to like weave around and try to like suck you in with their like sweet honeyed words. I know what you're about. I know what you actually want. So watch out for this thing.
So like one of the things that I think sometimes people might misconstrue about like what I do in gaming is that I'm not a content creator or really an influencer. What I do and how I've done it to get eyes on it, you have to remember like I started in 2008 and I started at the end of my career in real estate, so I was still doing that. But like I made some major investments. Tanya and Aphasia mentioned traveling to these conferences are exceptionally expensive. But I had someone teach me how to be a media company and get a pass to E3. And like I could go, but I would have to get my ticket and my hotel and plan this whole thing. And this was back in 2010. And meeting people in that time was just so much different. And the connections that you made were so solid. And before internet and not internet, but social media and streaming and content creating really just took off, parasocial relationships weren't that thing. You might play online, but at some point you were going to meet those online friends and it was going to be like a bond, a loyalty. There was something very human about it. I find the relationships and getting eyes on things has this very strange effect that's not really very for me. So it doesn't come full circle. I find online relationships, they're great, but people tend to treat them very disposable, like they're disposable. And I'm introverted and sensitive. So people treating the time and the passion and the effort that I get to know them as something that's disposable feels a little weird. So I this is probably an antiquated approach, but definitely strive to meet people in person, which means that I meet less people, I have less eyes, but the eyes that I do have are much more engaged as they know me. They can see I'm a real person, and I feel like I can express my authenticity for what I do here in a way that might not always come through in strictly online virtual spaces. So I err very much on, let me go meet this person, let me go be there, let me save up the money to make the investment, to be where it's happening and meet these people that I think are important, that I want to be either a part of their community or a supporter of what they're doing, or ask them to support what I'm doing. That approach is, like I said, most likely antiquated and it is expensive. And I'm so glad that these firms have allowed us to connect in ways where we can bypass some of those financial or just, it's more accessible, right? But I still find like this, like being there in the same room with the person talking just makes a world of difference, connects the relationship so much more.
So, the things that I just heard for the people out there listening, be careful of snakes, be careful of parasocial relationships. You're not getting out of networking, so you got to do it. I heard that's the number one thing that's ringing in my head. And quality over quantity in terms of the relationships that you build, which is all incredible advice and things where I'm just like, oh, it's so hard for me to do. Of course, the parasocial relationships and the snake stuff, I have yet to deal with that, but I'm also not a nice person. But when I come across stuff like that, I just literally shut that down.
I got a quick thing just before we move on.
Yeah.
And this sounds weird because we can't see the audience, but just in chat, do people understand what we mean when we say parasocial relationships? Because I feel like some people know what it is. Some people may think it's one thing, but a quick definition is that, let's say all of us, like we didn't know each other. Most of us have interacted in one way before this panel, one way or another. Let's say I only ever talk to Aphasia when I see that Aphasia's on the come up, or I'm always there. I'm always like, oh, you're my bestie. And I'm always like doing things like, here's some subs, here's a gift, here's whatever. And I think that means that Aphasia owes me all their time. Owes me all their extra time. There's a one-sidedness of the person who is invested that way thinks that they have a deeper relationship with the content creator, celebrity, whoever it is that has the bigger profile. They think there's way more of an investment. It's not a two-way street, it's a one-way street. And that's the way I try to explain what we do, be it content creation, be it journalism, be it being a media company and entity. The person you know online or that you meet at a con that you've never met or you've only interacted with, there's still a wall there. And it's not a bad thing, but you need to understand sometimes the ways in which we interact with people is either transactional or one-sided or not as deep as some people want to make it.
I just gotta say, parasocial relationships have always been weird to me. It is the strangest thing to attach yourself and make yourself believe that you're a friend of someone that you don't really know. You know of the things that they do. You don't know them.
It was weird.
It is, and I'm blessed because I am small that I have not come across any of that. But
Stop saying you're small. Say you're a creator.
You're moderating.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Thank you.
Do your thing.
Thank you.
I want to add one more thing. We're gamers, right? And a lot of us were attracted to games before it became our career for some probably a mental health benefit of sorts, whether it was escapism, whether it was competition, whether it was like just connecting. We all had a reason to want to escape mainstream life and immerse ourselves in a character or world or whatever. So I think that as gamers, it's easy for us to probably understand that we're now living in a world, especially over the last 10 years, where people are having a harder time connecting in person, with loneliness rising, with people feeling othered and people feeling not seeing themselves represented and having more and more anxiety about what it means to interact with a fellow human being, and the fear of some sort of rejection or the fear of some sort of negative response happening. Yeah, I do get parasocial relationships. They're safer. They're much more safe. It's like you give somebody some money, you give somebody some attention online, and it feels good when they're like, thank you, and they really genuinely appreciate it. But it's not the whole thing. It's not the whole relationship. And I think since the pandemic, all of us have been in this world a little bit trying to figure out how to have meaningful, purposeful human lives while being stuck in or like interacting with people so much on a screen. So it's an interesting thing. Like I'm sensitive to people who build parasocial relationships because I know that there's a reason why they're doing it. And gaming specifically attracts, I feel, even more of that than usual because there's so many more ways to connect. And so I just try to just be open to human while making sure that I have my own boundaries, but being open to why people might want to build that kind of relationship with me or what challenges or things that might be in place. And those things are enriching to me. So it's like, I want to Parasocial relationships do get scary and weird and uncomfortable sometimes, but there's also some positive benefits in that you'll be able to meet people that you would never be exposed to due to location or whatnot. I think it's like
Balance.
yeah, you got to balance out how you look at it, because if it weren't for parasocial relationships, I probably wouldn't be this far along in my career. But if it weren't for parasocial relationships, maybe I would be an influencer or a content creator or a streamer, but I can't. I'm just like, that's too much. It's too much stimulation right there. So I can only do so much. But anyways, I just want to put that out there.
That's totally fine. I follow a lot of people who are streamers, and every now and then when I'm talking to them, I'm like, I feel like I know you. I don't go too far. Because I like to mind my business as I hope they mind theirs. But I totally get it. That's part of the reason why I created my own streaming channel, because I'm like, first of all, I could do this. Like, y'all not that good at games. I could do this too. But also, it's just like I work from home, so now it's even more isolating for me, where I'm like, I don't see people. This is weird to me. So that is part of the community aspect of everything. Now, so I'm so curious. I don't know, how do you find startup funds, or how are you finding these partnerships? Sure, networking and getting yourself out there and building the community to show those people that you are who you are, give me the money. But from the standpoint of somebody who doesn't know, like, how do you even navigate this world of startup funds and partnerships and things of that nature?
I can start from like my streaming aspect. It's word of mouth, really. I know like recently the term Nepo baby hasn't thrown around a lot, but sometimes, and I've said this before, sometimes being a Nepo baby is not bad because it can help you out. If you make a connection with somebody, like a genuine connection with somebody, and they enjoy what you do and you enjoy their company and they enjoy yours, hey, I have a friend who has an opportunity I think you'd be great for, would you be interested in doing it, or this, that, and the other, or whatever. And for me, that's helped out a lot, because whenever you meet me, however I am here, it's how I am in person. Every single person I've met in person that I met online, I was like, wow, you're the exact same. I'm like, yeah, why would I need to? Like, all I say is aphasia is just an extension of who I am as outside of all this makeup, but just a little out. I'm already outgoing. I'm already extroverted. I'm already want to make friends with everyone. Like, I'm a Leo. Like, I love people. And for me, it's like going to like people's chats and like making friends with them, and then eventually playing games with them, having those like actual relationships, and then like meeting some of them face to face, and it's, wow, you're actually a pretty dope person. I'm like, yeah, I know, duh.
That's very Leo behavior, by the way.
Thank you. I know, and I'm very proud of it. And that's also Leo behavior, but that's beside the point. And it's just like having those friends that are like, hey, this thing's coming up, do you want to do it? And I was like, of course I want to do it. Yeah, like I get to meet all these people, have these other contacts, and then in turn, those people that I've worked with on that project are like, oh, have something else, and this person has something, and like it just branches out like that. And like for me personally, the streaming space, I feel like I've navigated it pretty well. I know some people who like struggling because like they turn down something just because like even if it's paid or not, if I am genuinely interested about it and something that I care about, I'm like, yeah, let's do it. I'll make time. I'll figure it out. And some people only want to do opportunities like, oh, it's not paid, I don't want to do it. Oh, I'm not gonna get this, I'm not gonna do it. I was like, no, I take every opportunity that you can actually identify with and do it. Don't, like, in the beginning, you really can't be extremely, you can be picky, but you can't just say, oh, I'm not gonna do that because it doesn't pay me this amount of money, or it's only this and this person, but whatever. I'm at the point where it's like, I'm okay doing whatever I need to do. And like my community helps me out if something breaks on my stream, or like a piece of equipment breaks, I'm like, all right, stream, I'm gonna do something stupid. Let's do something stupid for subs or for tips, because if I can't get this fixed, I won't be here. And streams, we want you around, so do something dumb. Drink hot sauce shots, which was a terrible idea. Don't do it. And I hate hot sauce, so I was like, not doing that again. but I probably will because streams seem to enjoy it. So I'm here to make a fool of myself and also be center of attention because, you know, whatever.
You don't have to worry about me because I will not be drinking hot sauce. That's just not happening. Though I love some hot sauce, I'm just not going to be drinking it straight up.
I do not recommend. I do not recommend.
I drink hot shot. I have drank hot sauce shots, not even for entertainment, but that's how much I like hot sauce. So I guess I'll be the weird one here.
Oh, no.
Go with God in anime, as one of my friends says.
I don't know how you do that alone. Some fried fish, some chicken, like you got something, but not by itself.
Pickle juice, just
okay, that's different.
See, I also hate pickles. I hate pickles. Yes. I hate pickles.
Okay,
we're actually doing a subathon of the month to help me get to New York for the Gaming Awards. And the last one for 200 subs is eat a pickle. Because my community knows how much I hate pickles. Like, they gag me. And I'm just like, ugh. And so I was like, eat a whole pickle on stream. I can't spit it out. I have to eat the whole thing. And
pickles are delicious. And I don't know if that's a Chicago thing, but just get the little pack. First of all, it was like I needed a dill or a kosher dill pickle with a nice snap to it. I just eat them by themselves. It's just great. But I'll eat it for you.
So, Phasia, how much to just get you to the Game Awards and not have you torture yourself? Because I'm just gonna be that person. And also, I don't know how you find money. We still have a Patreon. That's where I Need Diverse Games is. Y'all got money, I'll take it. Because look, but also, as someone who streams, I will never do something that I hate for other people's entertainment. So please let us know how we can get you there without you drinking or eating a pickle because you hate them.
I'll let you.
Me, or I don't know, this little thing called I Need Diverse Games could help. I don't know.
Oh.
Yes.
I'll pin you up then.
Making a connection because I don't know how you do it. You're never gonna see me do something crazy like that. I can't do it.
Terribly, and with ASIC that have been screen capped many times.
We're gonna work this out. No.
That is not how you pay money for hearing.
Oh my gosh.
Y'all chat, I'm about to turn into a streamer right now. Chat, we need to save aphasia from themselves. Doing this pickle challenge. Please, on twitter.com, coffee.com/aphasia speaks. Please save aphasia from themselves in this fate of pickles.
If I don't have to eat a pickle, even please.
And I will see you in New York.
You can go ahead and send those pickles my way. I will eat them.
Oh yeah, send them all to there.
We'll save you.
I know we're supposed to be talking about funding, but like, trust me, I will eat it for you. Look, and I'll throw some hot sauce on it too. But that's
all you do. I will watch it. I'll be good for you.
But she's the one who knows this answer.
Yeah, I can't wait.
Unlock this.
So the answer I'm gonna give you, no one's gonna like it. So all you guys out in chat, you lovely humans, you're not gonna like this. So I had a whole career before I started Sugar Gamers, and I still bootstrap, and I am fortunate enough to do it in some ways. It was a lot of sacrifice. I don't have children. I don't have a lot of assets besides Sugar Gamers. I constantly invest money back into the things that I want to do. Now that's difficult. I'm not going to sugarcoat that in any way, but that's how passionate I am about this space. That's how much I love video games. At the beginning of my career in this space, I was spending all my own money that I got from another job, which was real estate. So that's number one. I still haven't really figured out a way to get investment without making investments in yourself first. Whether you're a video game, you specialize in something like content creation or something technical or narrative or whatever, or whether you're a generalist, you're going to have to invest in what it is that you want to be known for, right? If you're going to make some element of a game, you have to put that in your portfolio. You're not going to just come straight, I want to work in games now. And especially on this chat, we have to make some differences here between what it means when we're hitting a wall because of the isms and the phobias, or when we're hitting a wall because we didn't put in the work. And both exist, and both are challenging, you know what I'm saying? To put in the work and also have other work to finance the work, and then you have to deal with homophobia and racism and sexism and all the other things. But this is one of the most competitive industries that there is. I'm so lucky to be here. So on the one hand, yeah, we got to still fight. We got to still fight to represent what it means to be a person with our lived experiences to be in the video game industry. It's very important that we do that, but also we have to acknowledge it's very competitive, very competitive. So you can't just half do this, and you can't go in too optimistic. Like I worked a lot of years in this space for free or paying my own way from something else. And it wasn't until maybe 5 years ago I was able to consistently be able to work in the industry, I guess, properly. I've tried investment. That is a completely different game. That's a departure from what it is that we're talking about right now. How you raise money and have those decks and get an investor, venture capitalist. It's a completely different thing that you have to study, understand, and then on top of that, it is majorly combined with networking. It's who you know and how they know you and what they're expecting to extract from your work. It's something that we have to be very sober about, because we look at the public discourse and the media and we see all these things. Oh, this company got $1 million. This company got $15 million. A lot of individuals don't know that's not a lot of money in the video game industry. That's not a lot of money when you have a huge team and you're making something that is artistically or technically sophisticated. So yeah, it sounds like a lot. It's not, and it goes quick, and a lot of people fail. I think that looking for investment in some ways is probably should be one of the last options after you have bootstrapped and invested in yourself to the best of your ability, that you're networked and you really know where it is that you want to go. Having some focus and like having clarity in what it is that you're offering, what your services are, what you specialize in or generalize in is super important. A lot of us like games from our heart, but from in a business standpoint, a lot of us can't articulate clearly what it is that we do. It took me years, and I'm just now figuring it out now, and it's 14 years later. So there's no shortcuts. There's got to be a lot of dedication. And I would say that in this space, especially with people getting into content creation and being streamers, like sometimes we see just too much of what appears to be an overnight success from a person just being this person. And you don't know what they have. You don't know, as to what Aphasia had mentioned earlier, you don't know what kind of support system that they have. You don't know what kind of money that they had to be able to invest in themselves. You don't know how long they might have been working at this and building it and planning for it. And a lot of times we compare where we're at to these very one-dimensional narratives as to why and how somebody became successful. Are your morals and values in alignment with how that person became successful? And a lot of us do all this comparative analysis thinking that we're not doing great because we're comparing ourselves to someone whose pathway would be completely closed off to us if we tried to do it the same way. So that's the other thing. Be very clear about why you're here, because there are going to come times where your passion is going to have to pay you. You know what I'm saying? Your love for the games, your love for this space, your love for this community has to be what gets you ahead. That's been my narrative. And I've had some, again, a lot of L's, but I've also had some wins for sure. But it's not as cut and dry, and you got to see like what part of the industry you want to be in. If you want to try to get into some blockchain and some crypto and some esports and that sort of thing, there's a lot of blueprints out there for some of that. But that's a different way of looking at games entirely. I don't know. It's just a lot to think about, but it's a departure from the fun space that sometimes we see when we see successful streamers. When the video game sort of ecosystem, streaming is just one slice of that pie in which what makes up what video games is as an industry. and what part people want to play or see the opportunities for themselves and how they want to extract that as a career or get financing and so on and so forth. You have to have a clear narrative, a clear goal, and have had invested in yourself so investors know why they're investing in you as well. So hopefully that helps. But
No,
it's
that's
hard and
And I actually, can I add something in? Because I'm not sure how good we are on time, but I want to add something in.
go for it.
Follow up what Keisha said, because what I've realized, a lot of people see quote unquote influencers, and they see, like, they also call anybody who does like streaming, what have you, they call that whole category influencers. And what I've run into is that people have a view of influencers, they just get free stuff, or they just are getting like free games, they're getting paid all this money, or if you're a Twitch partner or YouTube partner or whatever, you're getting all this money. And it's this weird idea that once you get a check mark on social media, you get a check mark on Twitch or Instagram or what have you, then money's just flowing in and your life is just all beaches and fun and free stuff. Let me tell you, that is the absolute not truth of that. Because for every free product, I may have to do a video, a tweet, send these people analytics. If people don't show up to a sponsored stream or interact with a sponsored post, okay, cool, I've got this thing, but if I don't have a benefit to them to keep sending me the quote unquote free stuff that people think is the benefit of being an influencer or a streamer or what have you, they're not going to keep sending me that stuff. So it is a constant hustle, streaming, content creation, and not just being live. Anyone who's ever tried to edit a video knows for every 10 minutes of video that someone gets, there's probably hours of editing behind it. Also, if you are mindful and try to add closed captions, that is hours and hours of work. Even if you let a service do the work and you got to go back in and fix it, you're looking at, for maybe a 3-hour like TTRPG stream, for instance, or even just say an hour and a half. That is hours of cutting down on the audio side, cutting out ums, ahs, noise, what have you. So for all of this work, all this free stuff that people think we're getting, or all of the kudos or all this money they think we're making, trust me, we've all put in hours and hours of unpaid labor to get to that point. Because I'm now in year 9 and I'm finally at a point where I feel fiscally comfortable and can be picky and choosy. It wasn't always like that. And like Aphasia said, you will do stuff where this is a dope project. I'm not in it just to get paid X amount of money. Because I too have met the people with an F you pay me mentality of if it's not paid, I ain't doing it. But then when you look at their metrics and their numbers and just their personality, it's like, you have the nerve to be asking for this kind of money when this is what you do. Like, I've seen your streams, I've seen your content, and you out here demanding $500, $600 an hour for a sponsored stream, but you have, frankly, not the F you pay me product at the end of the day to request that. Because I'm trying to keep it clean since we are on a professional network space. But I think people need to realize, or just because you haven't heard of someone, because I'm sure we've all got that, I haven't heard of this person, who are they? If we get an interview, an article, what have you, it's like, I can't help it because you don't go outside. Look, it's the end of the day. Like Phasia and Keisha, this is who you get. If you get to meet me in person, I'm the same person. I'm still spiteful and salty IRL as I am on screen.
I love that.
I see Keisha.
I love that.
I gotta say something real quick, just while I'm here, because I don't get to see Tanya all the time. Like, what she does, I just am in awe of it, because I can't. Like, the constant conversation she's able to have, you've been able to have, the way you've been able to be present online and just be yourself and be like, no, yes, this is where I'm at, this is how I feel. Like, I just put respect on her name. I'd be like, oh, Tanya? Okay. You gonna get what you gonna get. I'm just like, as soon as somebody disagrees with me, I just turn the whole computer off. I'm just like, I can't.
No.
I'm gonna just do anything else. So I've seen her educate an audience on things, and I'm just like, wow. And she does so in a way that's like super articulate and thoughtful and sensitive. My point in saying it is there is this online thing that people are able to do, and some people are great at it. But I want to express too, like while we're here, that it's important to look at the full circle. I'm glad that you brought that up, Tanya. It's like you don't know who people are, but sometimes people who are in this space aren't streamers or content creators. And what does that mean? Do people who aren't making their full-time job being online, because Tanya said the editing, the networking, the being accessible in this format is a lot of work. It is exceptionally difficult. So like I'm just always very grateful to be in the presence of people who do this kind of work, because I do other kind of work and I'm not streaming, and I'm just like, man, when I show up, people are like not gonna know who I am. They're gonna be like, why is she here? She only has a couple of followers on Twitter.
At the same time, like, since you are out there, you said boots to the ground doing things, it's like things that I'm currently not able to do. And like, I really appreciate that you're like out there with the people saying, hey, look what I'm doing, look at me, because I'm making space for myself, people who look like me. And I'm just like, that is just like fantastic, beautiful, and so incredibly bad.
Panel love.
So I only have one question left. I hope you all are okay with me asking it. Before I do, I want to just emphasize, people, please bootstrap. Now, you said it was a sobering thing. I just want to say that's what I needed to hear. I needed to hear that. I'm like, oh, there must be a secret way. No, you need to do the work. You need to do the work. So now I know. And then also, yeah, I needed to hear it. And then Tanya, you saying, look, there are so many things that you don't understand, and that free thing isn't really free. Don't be fooled. It's so important. Fortunately for me, the job that I had before moving into a new full-time job, I was getting free stuff anyway. And I'm like, I have to write about this. This isn't free. I got to put hours into reviewing and talking about this. And fortunately, the day that type of thing happens to me, it's where I see I have to do the work for it. Okay, last question really quickly, and then we'll head on out. What actionable advice would you give to other Black creators, entrepreneurs, and streamers who want to build visibility in the gaming industry?
Ooh, can I go first?
Yes.
And be salty?
Yes.
Because I'm actually doing a panel on this at PAX East, and it will be streamed. If you're not going to be at PAX East, no big deal. And I see this especially in our community. Stop with the crab in a barrel mentality. Your success, someone else's success, does not take away from yours. Because perfect example, Twitch's Black History Month, man, blog post every time when they highlight anybody. And I saw this literally in the comments. I've been on this platform X number of years, and they ain't never asked me nothing. And it's, have you used the form that they give you in your creator dashboard? Have you expressed any interest to anybody at Twitch? And why, instead of being glad that these three folks, because I can't remember everybody's pronouns that were in the video for this year, instead of being glad that these three people are highlighted and promoted, and all the people that are getting a front page slot or on the carousel or just on the shelf for Black History Month, you're sitting here being a crab in a barrel because you wasn't in the video. What do? Why should Twitch notice you? What is it you're doing that's so special? And anytime Twitch promotes anybody Black, I see the same dude in the comments every single time. And it's like the energy you're putting forth into these novels of reply to Twitch, you could have filled out the interest form and they would know that you want to do stuff like this. And also, don't use people. Don't be snakes in the grass, because it will come out. And as much as you like to say, oh, Black streamer Twitter or whatever, the world of streaming is smaller than you think, and people talk. They will find out if you are trash. Lift up other people and know when an opportunity ain't for you, and when you can't do something, or if you get offered something that's not for you, think of somebody else, bring them along. Because at the end of the day, you may get that 15 seconds of fame and it may help you come up, but you need to bring other people with you. Spread my salt.
So you said hit the nail on the head, like to put someone else down because you're like, oh, that should be me up there. I'm like, what have you done?
What have you done for anybody?
What have you done? Like, whenever you're sitting here saying, oh, I can do what they do, but you're not. Like, you're not out there being a part of the community. You have your own small bubble that you want to stake. You expect people to go find you? No. Let's be completely real and honest. The tags on Twitch, no, the discoverability on Twitch is horrendous. Okay. Half of the people that I follow, I found through a friend, found through being rated into that person and the ratings to another person. Just like you have to make your own way out by being, first and foremost, your authentic self in you. Just be you the whole entire time. Like, I know that I'm not the best at games, but I know that I can talk a whole lot of mess while playing them, and that's why people will enjoy me. I will curse someone out in a game, even though I lost. It's like, the game is broken. My mouse was dead. I had lag with everything else but me, when everyone knows it's clearly me. It was like, yeah, okay, yeah, sure, girl. Okay. But also be engaging with other communities. Reach out, talk. Like, I'm a serial lurker in chats, but I also know, like, when I am in someone's chat, something funny happens, I say something. Or like, I come and say, hey, what's going on? What's tea? Talk for a couple of minutes and then lurk. Exclamation point lurk. I'm out for a bit, but I'll be around. Just make yourself willing to do things. Like, just, I don't know. Stop pigeonholing yourself in a box. Yes, you are a unique person. Yes, I am a Black queer drag artist on Twitch. Very unique, specific niche. But then I have friends who are in other demographics that still intersect with mine. So I reach out to different communities and things that I thought I would never, or like games I would never play or people I would ever talk to. And these people are some like the close people I have as friends like online. I've met some, like most of them in person. So it's just be you, be willing to try new things, and stay out of your own way. Like, stop self-sabotaging.
Amen to that. Seriously, be you. Don't get in your own way. Be open. My take on it is our community cannot afford to continue having this conversation. Over the last 7 years, I've been seeing so much with deepfakes, digital influencers, AI, and things that can appear to represent the lived experiences of different types of individuals. And like, when you may or may not have seen these things happen, they use like video game tools, video game technology, so we should have seen some of these things occur. We have to figure out where we're going to be next. We're living in some interesting times, and now is not the time to ignore what's happening in the world or what's happening in this space and where you want to be in the next few years. I just strongly recommend, again, leaning into your unique and individual self and figuring out where you want to be, because the time it takes being anxious, comparing yourself with others, or competing with people that you shouldn't be competing with, or copying people so you can imitate their success. We now have to compete with AI, you know what I'm saying? And I know that I'm probably sounding crazy right now, but I just implore people to find their own way and really get focused on what they are trying to extract from being a part of the video game industry. Whatever that is, just be really clear on what route you're going to take to get there, because I feel like we're transitioning into a different way that we're going to be consuming media, the games that we're going to play, and overall what's going to bring us like meaning and purpose and while we're doing this, and protecting our mental health and representing our communities and making sure we're authentic in the expression of our identities. Getting out of our curbing the time you spend on drama, because are you here for drama or are you here because of video games? Are you here because you're passionate about this space? Because if you want drama, if you want all that sort of thing, you can find that in any industry, and you can remove yourself so there's not so much noise. But, and not to mean it that way, I probably said that crudely, but I just want...
you said it perfectly fine.
I really implore people to lean into what being an original, unique individual is in gaming. and finding your own path and not being afraid to explore new ones. Yes, we're all here and we all had our own individual journeys to get here. And I wish I could give somebody that blueprint, but no one's going to be able to do exactly what we did. All of us had some unique thing that pushed us along in addition to a passion for this space. Again, with everything that Aphasia and Tanya said about focusing, making sure you know why you're here. It's our community, right? So we don't need to be fighting with each other over things that don't progress our narrative. How long are we going to be talking about some of the same issues, whether within our community or without? Really, after more than a decade of this, I'm really looking forward to what the future holds for a new conversation to be had about where we're at in this space.
Awesome. With that, we hope you all learned from our incredible guests about their experiences in the gaming industry. While building a brand is difficult, it can be done with some time, talent, and ingenuity. So if you want to start your own business, be smart about it and get yourself out there. This is Open World Dialogue. I'm Robin, signing off. Bye and happy gaming.